All right, folks. How you doing today? We're going to review Hopslam. It is a double IPA brewed with honey from Bell's Brewery. I'm excited. Double IPA.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hops Up. We are back to review another beer. Appreciate you joining us. Hope you enjoy this video. If you want to check out some of our other videos, be sure to like and subscribe and smash or cheers that notification bell so that you get notified when we have a new video come out. As always, I have Jay and Andy is still stuck in the attic, and I am Ben. So again, thank you for joining us. What are we drinking today?
So today we are going to Michigan. We're going to get into a little bit of Hopslam, which is a double India Pale Ale brewed with honey. It comes in, I believe, at around 10%, 10% even. Very hoppy. I didn't look at the IBUs. Ben, you might know exactly, but
45.
45. So
Sorry,
a
Ben.
little bit hoppy, but it's brewed with that honey to kind of cut down some of the bitterness. It's one of those that really will creep up on you if you're not careful, because it's that 10%. So
Wait, a 65. Sorry, Ben. I'm sorry. 65 IBU.
It's okay.
God, you're messing me up here, Andy. Come on. That's all right. We're having a good time anyway, guys. So, we're really excited about this one. I don't know, Ben, Andy, if you guys want to add a little bit about it. Maybe Andy give a little 30, 45 second overview on IPAs.
Oh, don't hold me back. Okay. Let's nerd out a little bit. I could go on and on, but in the most basic of terms, an IPA, India Pale Ale, is what the IPA stand for. And it was first brewed in England in the early 1800s. Again, simplest explanation. It was an extra hopped pale ale designed to survive the voyage from Britain to their colony of India. So India was a British colony at one time. And they didn't want it to spoil, so that's why they had to add the extra hops. Hopslam itself by Bell's is an imperial or double IPA. They're interchangeable. Double or imperial referring to a stronger alcohol percentage, which is over 7.5%. And as you said earlier, Bell's Hopslam comes in at 10% and 65 IBU. I apologize.
Yep. And one of the things that I saw about this that I thought was really interesting was just the number of different types of hops that they use to actually make this. It's like 8 or 9 different types of hops that goes into Hopslam, which I guess is why they came up with the name. I may be the last of kind of our circle of friends to actually have tried this. So I know that we, amongst our group, a lot of people love this beer. They look for it every year. And it was something I'd never even seen until just recently on the shelf, just never come across it. So I'm super excited to give it a shot and see what it's like. And the double IPA scares me a little bit because I'm not an IPA guy. But at the same time, so many people like it. I'm super excited to give it a shot.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's one, like you said, a lot of our brothers and friends from college. I mean, we've been big into this, and some of the games we've been to in the past. We've shared this one with each other, and I know you're not as big into it, but yeah, it's a seasonal that Bell's only puts out usually once a year, and it's highly coveted. I'm in Alabama, and a couple of times in the state you can't find it. You got to go search for it. It's easier to find sometimes on draft versus in the 6-packs or 4-packs. But I think we're very fortunate to have found these, and looking forward to it. So let's crack it and let you try it here, Ben.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Yeah, evidently it's got a, I didn't read it just till now, a shelf life of 3 months. So
typically a lot of your IPAs, you don't want to hold on to them as long because they will go a little funky. Well, look at you, Ben, and the nice tulip there.
Yes.
Yeah, about that.
That was what they listed on the website, so that was the glass that I chose. So, all right.
Oh, that smells good.
I'm gonna have to break
hoppy.
some.
Yeah.
Very happy.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Yummy.
And you can really smell and taste that honey.
Yeah. Definitely comes through.
And you can see, Ben, how it cuts down on some of that bitterness and makes it very deceptive. You would not think, just taking a sip from that, it's a 10-pointer, 10%er.
Agree 100%. I mean, the hops definitely hit me as somebody that's not a huge hop fan, a huge IPA fan. But that honey does cut it some,
Yep.
And definitely I can see where that would be very deceptive.
It's
a dangerous beer if you want to look at it that way.
Yeah. Can be. Yeah. Like I said, it will sneak if you have a couple of these, and because 10%, it is heavy, but it doesn't feel and taste that heavy. Yeah, it'll hit you quick without you realizing it. But it's a all around really good beer.
And Ben, I know you were looking. If you look at it close, I mean, it's not completely transparent. It has some haze because of the double IPA, but great color, great smell, great flavor. As you can tell, I'm always an IPA guy. That's where I live, but it wasn't for years up until about 5 years ago. That's kind of where I fell into that bucket. I absolutely hated hoppy beers, and all of a sudden I flipped that switch, and they were some of my favorites. So interesting, a little bit about Bell's, I guess. They started with homebrew back in the 70s and finally opened their doors, I think, around 85, 86 up in Michigan. And I think they were in the Kalamazoo area, started their distribution towards the end of the late 80s, early 90s, increased production. And about 2001, they bought some land over in Comstock, Michigan, and they opened a huge production facility over there. So that's where you see the base of all their operations now. And I think they're widely distributed across almost all the continental US now. So great job by those guys.
Yeah, I think that's definitely, we see a lot of Bells here where we're located. It's definitely, they definitely obviously are doing something right. Especially I think Hopslam's they've been brewing that since 2004. I think that how widely coveted that is, how hard to find it is. I think it just speaks to how popular this beer is, how popular the brewery is, and the fact that they're doing something right. And even as not a IPA hoppy guy, this is still, definitely a good offering from them.
Yep. And then they have some other staples. I think Oberon was one of their first. So a lot of people would know that beer.
The Two Hearted Ale is like really good all around IPA. I mean, that's just Bell's puts out a lot of good beer. I give them a lot of praise. It's one thing for a brewery to have a few good beers, and then just the rest are just like, okay, yeah, you're all right. But to consistently produce different styles with just so many different tastes and flavors, and they're good. So it was a very happy day when Bell's started distributing down to our area down here in the dirty South.
That's right. That's right.
So I completely agree. So Ben, since it's your first time, why don't you rate this one for us?
Yeah, I think this one's honestly a little tough for me. Again, I think it is very hoppy. So to me, not being in that vein, I think that's probably why I'm going to give it a lower score than maybe somebody else. But of the IPAs that I've had, I think it's going to get a decent number for me. I'm going to give it a 6.5. Just because, again, IPAs are not my thing so much. And I think that's a good spot for it to be in for me.
All right, Andy.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Yeah, I'm going to give it a good, an easy 8.5. I've never rated anything a perfect 10, and very few things would make it, a 9. 8.5 is a really big score for me. I would drink this a lot. I cannot drink it a lot but I would.
You get in trouble.
Yeah. 8.5 easily for me. This is a great beer.
Yeah. So I'll round it out. I'm more so I'd probably be the IPA guy. I know Andy and I drink a lot of them when we get together, but I'd very easily have to rate this a 9. It's up there when it comes to the tops in some of your IPAs. There's a few breweries that stand out in my mind. You have your Trilliums, your House, your Alchemist, probably your Burial and your Green Man's. But this competes with the rest of them up there. And you're talking a lot of those are more your East Coast. So you go to West Coast, that's completely different. But yeah, I give this a 9. So I'm always excited, and I covet it and try to find it whenever I can, and whenever it comes out and I hear about it. And I'm always excited. So it's good.
All right. That brings our total to 8 flat for Hopslam by Bell's. All in all, an enjoyable beer from Bell's Brewing. So again, appreciate you guys checking us out. Appreciate you watching this video. Let us know what you think. Where do you rate Bell's? Leave us some comments and let us know what you think about Hopslam from Bell's. Like and subscribe and cheers that notification bell so you can catch all our videos in the future. With that, cheers, mates. We'll see you next time.
Cheers, mates.